Talk to us about the pros and cons of glasses versus lenses. If 20 to 50% of us are using glasses or lenses, then there must be pros and cons each way.
So if you have a mild refractive error, if it's myopia, mild myopia goes from 0 to -3, and moderate is -4 to -6, and then above that is considered high myopia or highly nearsighted. And people that are in that range definitely see better with their contacts in, because the glasses, as they get thicker, have more distortion at the edges. So it does limit the peripheral vision, and people do like their vision without the glasses, with the contacts better at that point. They do see better with the contacts at that point. But contacts are not without their risks. It is a foreign body in the eye. You're touching it with your finger when you put it in. Even if your hands are clean, there is the chance of infection. So you do have to still keep that in mind, that it's not 100% risk-free.
Right, because nothing normally touches the eye, does it?
Right, right. And you can have effects from the contacts where they get irritated from the material it's made out of, or if the contact isn't fitting quite right, you can get buildup on it, those types of things. So
what are lenses made of?
They're made of different types of silicone and other types of polymers that will sit on the surface of the eye, and most of the time are very comfortable. But it still depends on the person as to whether or not their eyes are going to allow that foreign body to be in there. But most of the time, people can successfully wear contacts if they want to.
How long does that transition take?
If it's with a soft lens and somebody's been taught how to put it in, they can usually start wearing them right away within an hour of being taught how to put them in. There's other types of contacts that are more rigid that certain people would see better with those rather than the soft lenses, and those take more time to adjust to, more like 2 to 3 days of building up your wear time to get used to those.
So in 2 or 3 days you might be wearing them for how long?
Well, I always counsel people it's good to keep them in for 12 hours a day or less, because your eye does need a break. It needs to breathe. The way that the cornea gets oxygen is from the air and the atmosphere, so the contact does partially block the amount of oxygen that the cornea gets, and it's good to give it a break. So that's something I always like to tell people, and if you overwear the contacts, you can start to get vascular ingrowth into the cornea, which is bad, and also the chances that your eye will begin to reject the contact lens material are higher. And your chances of infection, too, especially if you sleep in them. I never recommend to sleep in your contacts. Very dangerous. That's the highest risk of infection if you sleep in the contacts.
Well, there it is, the hard word from a person who knows best.